What's up, everybody? My name is David. I'm bringing you the Cardinals franchise focus this time. We have the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Let me introduce you to the new head coach, Andy Taters, the G, the game planner. Yes, Andy Taters is now taking over the Cardinals. He's going to probably be running a spread scheme with the 3-4 under. He's got a lot of work to do. This team did show some flashes down the end of the year with running the ball, beat the Eagles. Let's take a look at the needs. Got it right here. My trusty notebook. Alright, so the roster. The best player on this team is Buda Baker, followed by Marquise Brown. Are they both trade pieces? Maybe, maybe not. But we're going to stick with Kyler for now and build around him. Hopefully we can build him up a little bit in a year or two. Then we got James Conner and DeMarcado. I mean, I would like to upgrade this position if we can, but it's not the biggest need right now. Fullback, we're going to get rid of fullback. We're not carrying a fullback. Then we have speed at wide receiver with Marquise Hollywood Brown and Rondell Moore. Everyone else is pretty slow. I think, I mean, I don't have to do anything with these guys. I would like to get younger, almost do what the Packers are doing. Find a bunch of guys late in the draft and start them over these guys, especially Marquise. I think we can get something from Marquise. I love Trey McBride, and Elijah Higgins is a little hidden gem here with 89 speed and 90 acceleration. He's almost like a hybrid wide receiver, but we can just add to him a little bit. Left tackle needs to be upgraded at some point. I think it's a need. Get rid of DJ Humphries. Another need is left guard. I mean, stopgap for sure, but we really need a center as well. We can rock with Will Hernandez for a while, and of course, Paris Johnson is a beast. As far as the left and right end D tackle, that all needs to be upgraded. I don't think Dante Stills really fits into this mold. Maybe as a pass rusher, interior pass rusher, but he's just like a tweener guy. I don't really think he's going to be a good outside linebacker and more of a run stopper, and he's probably too small to play left end, but if we got to play him there for now, we will. We definitely need a right end, big need. And we definitely need a nose tackle, D tackle for our 3-4. So I would like to get better in the immediate on the interior offensive and defensive line of this team. We're going to build up B.J. Ojolari at left outside linebacker. Our middle linebackers are okay. We're going to start Owen Popo and get him built up. And maybe we can ship off some of these guys and cut Drew Tranquil or whatever. Because we also have, I thought we had another outside linebacker. That's a different team. We have Zavon Collins at outside linebacker. We can build up. And Cam Thomas is, I guess, a decent backup corner. These guys are gone. Would I like to draft another corner? Yes. But we'll try to build up Garrett Williams and Catrell Clark for now. I mean, some bad corners, but I'd rather build up the defensive line first. Jalen Thompson, he's fine for now. And Buda Baker is, he's the best. Well, he's not the best, but he's someone. Joey Blunt will probably try to resign him, depth guy, and we need to pick up definitely another safety later in the draft to start building up. So speaking of the draft, we have the 2nd overall pick, and we have Houston's 25th. Now this is the next polarizing pick of what do the Cardinals do, because there's QB needy teams and there's plenty of QBs in this draft. And are we the ones that take a dynamite wide receiver in Marvin Harrison Jr. and just keep it, or because we're so young and so needy, I think we definitely try to do what they did last year and trade down and pick up another first in the next year. Just keep kicking that can down the road. I think there's definitely depth throughout this first round and beginning of this draft, so we can definitely add our wide receivers and skill position players in later in the draft, but moving back in the first and maybe picking up another second or picking up a future first. I definitely think we need to move back no matter what, and then we got plenty of picks here to add skill position players and other depth. So I really like where we're at as far as draft position goes and draft capital. We have a lot to work with, and I think we can have a decent amount of cap too. I think we can turn this Cardinals team around fairly quickly. I definitely think, depending on what free agency's like and the future, we just gotta hope Kyler comes through. I don't think I want to draft another guy like Jaden Daniels or Drake May, because someone's taking Caleb Williams at 1. I think they have to be. If Caleb Williams there too, do we take him? I don't know. Look at that contract. And let's take a look at the draft. What's going to be around our area? So, of course, Caleb Williams and Drake May. You have Malik Nabers, and I mean, look at all these fine specimens here. We don't need Brock Bowers. We need a corner, but I'm not really a fan of these corners. There's tackles, right? A lot of right tackles. But here we got a nice nose tackle. Run stopper. 6'2". I mean, he could probably play more of a DN type at only 295. 6'2", 295. So he's someone on our list. Where'd he go? Plus we have interior. Wow. You know what? Usually when you come back, like, I'm gonna do this real quick. No, never mind. Here, when you look at a player in the past, you click on him, you come back. It would shoot back up to the first pick. So annoying, but hey, it actually stays on the player. So, I mean, we could trade later in this draft and we could pick up Newton and a right guard. Maybe we can pick up one of these left tackles. I think these left or right tackles are kind of the way. Or do we pick up two? Maybe we pick up two offensive linemen. Yeah, because we're at pick 25, so we're looking at possibly really building up this this offensive line. And then the 34th pick, what are we looking at around here? Another guard, center, Jackson Power Johnson. 3 interior linemen, defensive and offensive. We got a run stopper, Chris Jenkins, back here. I mean, he looks pretty solid too. So we can definitely examine the draft here and get some serious interior beef in the first 3 picks of the draft. We could even move back in the second and pick up a first and second and draft later in the draft. We have a lot of draft capital. We could have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. That would be pretty good to move back. and then maybe pick up another pick in next year's draft, another third or something, depending how far back we move. So I think that's definitely the move for the Arizona Cardinals. Um, as much as you would like some of this talent here on offense in the first couple of rounds, we're gonna zig when everyone's zagging, or we're gonna zag when everyone's zigging. We need to get better on the interior line, and we can worry about replacing the weapons later in the draft. That's what I think good team building is. Building your offensive line. Look at the Ravens; they've always valued the offensive line, and the Eagles always. All these teams that have good offensive lines are always in it, and that's a good philosophy. And we can change up our scheme depending who ends up being our skill position players. Definitely want to use Murray's legs a little bit. But yeah, there you go. Let me know. Comment. Tell me what you think we should do in the draft. Should we trade back? Should we stay there? What would you like to see us do? Pick up another first next year, or try to pick up a second this year and really get some rookies on this team and start ascending and growing together, and maybe in a year, this year, or even definitely in year 2, we can be a contender. All right, that is the Arizona Cardinals with the number 2 overall pick, and their new coach Andy Taters, the game planner.